Let's get out of this damned mansion.
Is there anything else of note in here?
One final look around. This room seems like it would have a lot of interesting magical knickknacks. And I will go ahead and cast yet another Detect Magic just so I can point out everything that is magical that we can
around and roll investigation.
take.
I'm gonna kind of take a look at what's on his desk.
Yeah, I'll join too.
My contribution is Detect Magic.
Scrolls are useful. Nope.
What scrolls?
There are two more scrolls. There's a scroll of Absorb Elements, and there is a scroll of let's see, Misty Step.
Neat.
You also see
Someone want those?
notes, like magical research notes, sort of scattered as papers all over the desk, and a couple journals. Or notebooks.
I'll give one a quick glance.
What are they about?
Roll Arcana. It looks like teleportation magic.
I did see a source of magic under the rug. Gonna go over there and sort of slide the rug out of the way.
I'm going to move far away when I see you going towards the rug.
You see a magic circle, or rather a circle of magical runes. Not to be confused necessarily with the spell Magic Circle. Give me an Arcana check.
If people were like talking about their research notes and the teleportation magic, I could probably like put two and two together. It appears, this is what he was working on.
Yeah, it appears to be a teleportation circle.
Okay.
Wonder where it
Well,
goes.
I'm glad we got in here before he finished that.
Yeah.
You're not sure if it's finished or not. You don't know enough about it specifically.
Either way, it'd be too risky to test it without fully understanding how it worked and where it would lead.
I'm just glad he didn't go wherever it went.
Makes me think even more that it's unfinished. Because if it were, he knew we were at the door for some time. Why not just use the portal instead of hide it?
True.
Anyway, if that's all that we can find in here of note, let's just take it, bring him into the custody of, I guess, Lady Wachter? I feel like she's just going to kill him, though.
Well, you remember she had plans for him.
She did have plans. Oh.
Yeah, she wanted that other Feeble Mind scroll.
Oh.
We probably don't want her to have that.
I feel like she's going to use it on him, though. That seems like what she wanted to be doing. He bought two, we only found one, and I assume Lady Wachter knows what happened to her daughter.
Well,
I will also say, though, that Feeble Mind is a very powerful spell, and we might be able to put it to very good use later.
I mean, yeah, that's why I'm saying we shouldn't give her the scroll.
A very
Okay.
powerful spell, but also very difficult to use.
And very dangerous.
It is, in fact, going to be a risk if and when we decide to pull it out.
I
just rather
almost
not...
think, perhaps not that we don't need to discuss it here, but it might be more useful to us as coins sold.
I disagree.
You don't want something like this falling into the wrong hands.
I sort of agree with Marcus, sort of nod and point at him.
It was already in the hands of his old shop.
Yeah.
Just sell it back to her.
Just so someone else could buy it.
I mean, I think we should.
If they were
keep
going to
and
buy it
use
from her anyway, they were going to buy it from her. There's nothing we can really do about that.
Except if we don't sell it, then they can't buy it.
There are other scrolls of Feeble Mind. She'll have more if they sell.
She might be able to make more.
This may be a discussion for our in-room.
Agreed.
Yes.
Where should we bring Victor? Because he only has, like... He's not going to be out forever.
Well, we did want to stop by the brig in order to pick up, Beatrix's stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Seems as good a place as any.
Alright.
Also some interesting items I recall in that same box holding her stuff that I would like to take a second look at.
Well, let's get going.
Alright, so you head over to...
I guess I'll carry this dead weight.
Yeah.
Carefully walk down the steps to make sure they're not still greased.
What is the duration on the grease spell?
Honestly, I think it's just a minute. Like, it's fine. It was narratively
Yeah.
fun.
Yeah. Yeah, it's dissipated by now. You're not entirely sure how we got it to last so long, but it definitely seems like a custom,
How
thing
old
that
is
he
he
did.
anyway?
On the younger side,
How
20s
does he-
probably, if you had to guess.
Hmm. Well, let's get moving.
All right. You head to the jail. We don't need the turn order anymore.
I was just about to ask.
And you've got Victor with you.
You should still.
Yeah, he's still out.
I guess we should ask if there are any guards at the jail, or if they...
No.
Okay.
They're all dealing with the situation.
Yeah.
wondering who the new leadership is.
Yeah, pretty much.
There's
You
Beatrix
do.
here.
You do see some people, that are like still shackled in like the main prisoner area.
I would like to let these people out.
Ask them what they did first. Some of them might actually be in here for valid reasons.
I doubt
Well,
that.
if they were, it's not like they would tell us.
They look at you.
Well, now they won't.
Just let them go. Consider it a small mercy. Whatever they've done, they have a new chance now.
Alright, I'm gonna go with Camus. What's in the box?
All right, so you head over to the other area that Beatrix was being held at.
Is she here?
No,
I'll start looking for a key or some other way to...
I mean it's just like a box. It's just a.
No, to
It's
let
just sort of in
people
the back
out.
of. It's just like an unused, or it's like a normally unused area in the back of the jail.
I think the key was for, letting the people out.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
What, you don't want to cast knock 4 times?
I don't have any more knocks.
Hmm. You find the key. It's sort of just on the wall next to the, like there's, like it's its own room, open door, right? But like the walls are there, and then just hanging from the wall
Yeah.
is a key ring, and yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just like, good news, everyone. The Burgermaster's dead, so there's no one left to tell us not to let you out.
Hooray!
Go, but be careful.
And everyone clapped and cheered.
Well, they can't clap because,
Well, soon they will be clapping and cheering.
yeah.
Just be careful out there.
They're like, yay, all is well.
No, none of that.
I mean,
All
yes,
will be well.
the sentiment is appreciated, but that phrase is no longer necessary.
How about the term, everything is fine?
This is fine.
Okay, all is well. Like they're trying very hard not to say it, but
It's fine. You've done it for a long time. Nobody's going to hold it against you.
Except for maybe the violent mob. Probably avoid them.
I don't want to get hurt. All is well, please.
Just go.
You'll be
careful.
fine.
Mind the guards, mind the violent mob. Well then.
So, are the book and the compass still in the box that had
Yeah.
Beatrix's stuff?
Along with, Beatrix's stuff.
Well, Marcus can take care of that.
Yeah,
I'm interested in the book and the compass.
All right.
I'll grab purse stuff.
If there's anything interesting of note after Camus and Marcus have taken stuff out of the box, Katrina will sort of take a peek as well.
I mean, the book and the compass were the only
Okay.
thing.
Fair enough.
Both covered in a thick layer of dust and cobwebs. They seem to have been in there for a while.
I forget. What exactly piqued your interest to these items? Do you possibly know the person who had them? Who whose items these were.
If I recall correctly, you saw on the
It was on the book. There was a symbol that
yeah.
it was on the tip of my tongue what it was related to, but I rolled shitty on my history check.
Yeah. You wipe the dust off the cover and take a second look, and you all may roll history.
Okay.
Marcus knows that it is a sigil from the city of Waterdeep. Which is like up. It's a
Which
famous
means what?
place that you
It's
know
not
about.
in Barovia.
That's not in Barovia.
It is one of the
That's-
famous cities of the Forgotten Coast.
That's
The
over
Forgotten
in
Realms.
Faerun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sword Coast, Forgotten Realms. It is the location of the popular Dungeons and Dragons module, Waterdeep Dragon Heist.
Yep.
Not sponsored. Also, seriously, that module is a mess after the second chapter.
Anyway,
So
It-
it belonged to someone from Waterdeep?
So it
It
would
seems
seem.
so.
If you open it up and inspect the contents, I assume you do this. Or,
Yeah, we will.
Or I don't know. Maybe you're paranoid with traps.
Well,
Um,
our resident trap master is currently in shackles, so
Yeah.
I think we're fine.
There's a glyph of warding inside. No. It appears to be the journal of one Damien Seaworth.
never heard of him.
Well, they must have been an outsider like us.
Do you
Perhaps
think they've
we
already
can...
been killed? I didn't see anyone who seemed like they were from Waterdeep here, just locked up just now.
Given the dust on these, there's a good chance that they've been dead
Since before we
just
got
by old age.
that. What does the journal say?
Well, it identifies him as the captain of a ship named.
I wonder if it's that one ship that we found.
Do you remember if that ship had a name that you could see?
I don't believe we found a name.
No, we did not.
This identifies it as the Fair Fortune.
Wait, that rings a bell? Maybe? I don't know.
I mean, I literally just pulled that name out of my ass right now.
So, never mind then.
Wait. I have a feeling the book and the compass are very important. I wish we still had Rudolph Van Richten's journal to cross-reference, but I think I remember the name Damien from there before.
Whose journal?
You have a photograph.
I don't. I believe that's... I mean, if you want to say that I have the photograph, then I have the photograph, but
Yeah, you have it.
Whose journal are you talking about?
And
Van Richten's the one
Oh,
that Gesh had.
It didn't sound like you said Van Richten, so I was confused.
Side note, GM, I thought we had said previously, and I'd been going under the assumption that I left before I had a chance to take the photograph. But if I have the photograph,
No, you
then
can
this
have it.
explains so fucking much. I'm going to take it out and show the rest of the party.
Photographs exist?
Yeah, it's like an old-timey vintage black and white, except it's more like browns than black and white.
Sepia. is the word you're
Yeah,
looking for.
it's like an old timey sepia vintage photo.
There is a group shot of 5 people, with, I assume, names handwritten on them, sort of
Yeah.
identifying each one.
Just first name. So like it says Rudolph, but you know Rudolph Van Richten is. And
Rudolph Van Richten is one of them. Sylvia, my mother, is one of them. And Damien is one of them.
the other names are Luna and Yuri.
Aha, Yuri.
Yeah, and looking
Did that
at
come from the journal, or did that come from somewhere
It's
else?
mine. That is a gift from my mother. And I will sort of point to Sylvia.
Sylvia appears to be a somewhat finely dressed woman. You see no weapons or armor, which to you says, you know, probably a mage of some kind. The other people sort of have weapons and stuff. Yuri doesn't really. He looks like
A monk.
no, but like a Barovian peasant. Like he's wearing the clothing that like
Well, with a name like Yuri,
yeah.
sounds local.
Yeah. Rudolph, of course, looks like a younger Van Richten. The one who you assume to be Luna is
The one whose name is written Luna underneath.
yeah.
Anyway,
is
go on.
a very large woman, very muscly. Your mind says barbarian,
I was gonna say
looking
that.
at her. But she's got a big doofy grin. She's like the biggest one of them, right? But then like you think she's the big scary one, but her face is not scary at all. And then that leaves Damien, who looks like a, you know, pirate motherfucker. Or at the very least a sailor. Right, he's got the beard, the eye patch. A sailor's hat.
I see.
Well, the journal did say he was a captain.
Of the fair fortune.
Can we like scroll through or skim through the journal?
Sure.
We can just take the journal with us and...
Yep.
Well,
Make sure not to lose it next time.
Well, whoever's carrying it should make sure not to die then.
I think that we should consider this journal and the compass as a gift to Katrina from her mother's old friend.
More than happy to hold on to them, yes.
Do you inspect the compass at all, or do you read the book, or do you just leave?
We can inspect the book once we're all back at the inn room together. The compass, I am going to sort of sit down and cast.
Detect magic?
No, I'm just going to skip a step because I only have the one spell slot. If it fails, it fails, but I'm going to cast Identify.
Identify. It is definitely magic. You don't know a specific spell, or rather, there is no specific spell for you to learn. That's just like, oh, it's not one of these. From what you can tell, it's like the magic is like, it leads to a specific place or something. As you open it, the needle's just spinning over and over and over without stopping.
So I don't know if you're changing how Identify works in this particular system or this particular setting. But it does say if it is a magic item or some other magic imbued object, you learn its properties and how to use them, whether it requires attunement to use and how many charges it has.
There's no attunement and there's no charges. It's not like a book item.
Okay.
It's just like a custom thing that, as I said, you can tell that it is supposed to lead somewhere specific. However, what you observe with your physical eyeballs is that the needle is just spinning.
I'm assuming it leads to somewhere outside of Barovia.
That would make the most sense if it is a singular specific location. If it is a specific location that you sort of will it to track, then perhaps we just haven't given it any instructions. But
no, you from your Identify spell, you can tell it's leads somewhere. You don't know where, but it's like a specific place.
Given the seal on the book, 5 gold says it leads to Waterdeep.
Anyone want to take that bet?
Why would it lead there?
Home.
I guess.
Damien looks to be a sailor type. This journal was his. This compass, presumably, was also his. This would be one surefire way of finding his way back to port.
Well, got me there.
Well, if any of us get out of here alive, I'll go on a treasure hunt with you all.
I'll go on a treasure.
I know absolutely nothing about Waterdeep, but it sounds like a lovely place.
It's probably nicer than Barovia.
Oh, that's guaranteed. Anyway, I will hold on to the book and to the compass.
Yeah. Do you skim through the book at all yet, or?
May as well. Well,
Alright, you go to the beginning. My name is Damien Seaworth. I'm captain of the Fair Fortune. This is my captain's log. And basically the first entry says, I bought this magic compass from a trader in the city. It leads to a lost, sunken city. We're going on an expedition to find the treasure.
You all saw
Katrina just laughs and says, "Y'all should have taken the bet."
We set out in the morning. And the second log is, we've been sailing for 3 days now, and a fog has set in. It's thick, unlike anything I've ever seen.
Oh my god.
You can just hear the pirate accent, the pirate voice. You don't know if that's what he actually sounded like, but it's just how you're reading it. The next log is like, it's been 2 days and the fog still hasn't let up. Not sure where we are anymore.
If they crash the boat into the fucking river, I'm gonna... I don't know.
That's the next log. It's like,
God damn
holy
it.
shit. 1 minute we're in the ocean, and then we crashed into land. The crew's all dead.
Oh god.
I managed to scavenge what I could from the wreck.
So the lockbox that we found on that ship in the river presumably also belongs to Damien and their crew.
We still
So
have
you
that,
presume.
right?
We do still have that. I still have that. We were going to have...
A bit of a knock party, I guess.
Yes. Unfortunately, I don't think Jasmine has the spell slots for that today.
No, I don't.
Just keeps getting put off by more important shit to do. But perhaps this has upped its priority a bit.
Yeah. The journal is, the pages are a little battered and torn in places. It's not as bad as Van Richten's journal.
I want to see the end.
And so far you get a well, you're not, are you, unless Katrina gives you the book.
I mean,
Katrina's
if you
gonna hold the
ask, I'll definitely sort of hand it over.
Well, I'm just...
Okay.
Or I could just inquire
Or
if
you
you
can
would,
just-
if you would skip ahead a bit.
Yeah. I'll read
Alright.
the interesting bits aloud, but I'll skip ahead as requested to the end.
Okay, you skip a couple logs ahead. You see, oh, we went to the fortune teller. We were told to gather the things.
Well, that's
Oh shit, they all had a journal. That's where we're going wrong. We don't all have journal.
I held up mine like, get on it, guys.
We found the fated ally card, a lad named Yuri.
That makes sense.
He's a brash lad, but he has a good heart. I was worried at first, but he has a good head on his shoulders. And we found the book. We figured out from the elves how to open it. Although, how the hell we're supposed to get our hands on, and then the next page is damaged.
Convenient.
That's incredibly annoying.
Yes.
But what are they
The
talking about?
but the next part that is legible says, but Van Richten says he has a plan. He always does.
Is that the last entry?
No, there's more.
Okay.
Let's see what the plan was.
You don't see what the plan was. It just
I mean, I was more suggesting let's keep rereading to see if there's any
Yeah.
information on it.
We continue.
no. The next log mentions we got the holy symbol, but Luna was hurt in the fight. It doesn't really tell you more than that.
It doesn't say where the fight happened.
Nope.
So
Doesn't say
a
where it
book-
happened.
A book and a holy symbol. This journal makes it seem like those items in particular are rather important. And given
I'm pretty sure we have the book.
And
I
we're
would-
looking for the holy symbol.
I would be inclined to believe you.
And that also indicates that your mother's party never actually opened the book, considering it's still locked.
Or they did, and it just locked itself when it was closed again. I don't know how this stuff works.
Perhaps.
There were 3 holy symbols in
Yeah. In
in
the
the wagon,
cart.
but I don't know if those are the holy symbol in question.
Well,
I would guess it's the holy symbol of Ravenkind.
what about
that-
the readings, the card readings that we got all the way back then? One of us got a reading regarding a man with a monkey.
Yes, and that led us to the book.
That led us to the book. What did that fortune teller say? It was some sort of font of knowledge that we were looking for that particular clue? So,
Knowledge of your enemy.
knowledge of the enemy. So
If-
yes,
if-
that
If the clue, if you remember the
Book
wording correctly.
seems like knowledge to me.
that would make sense to be the book. So perhaps the other cards that we got, Camus and Gesh, would lead to the holy symbol and, I don't know, something else that this journal has yet to mention.
Yes, the card did mention the holy symbol.
Yeah, all it says that is that there was a bad fight at the place, the unspecified place, and that Luna was pretty hurt. I don't know if she's gonna make it. Van Richten's keeping an eye on her for now, but and then it sort of just trails off. You can. It's not quite written in words, but you can feel the it's just but ...
Yeah, the haste in the writing.
Just but ... Well, hopefully it won't come to that.
Oof.
And then you flip some more. It says, we finally tracked the weapon down to Argynvostolt. I really, 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 it's like underlined, wish that someone had told us that we needed the skull of the dragon before we made the trip.
Right, so we need to find the skull of a dragon before going to
Yuri
get
mentioned...
the
It sounds like
sword?
this man is salty about the way that this story was written.
Yes. Yuri mentioned that he recalled seeing something in that dreadful room full of bones back at Castle Ravenloft. Now we have to go all the way back there, and then all the way back again. I hate this place.
So we
Well-
need something from Castle Ravenloft.
Before, I assume Argynvostolt is where it's needed?
That's what it says. We'll have to make take the road back through Vallaki. It'll be tricky. We're not exactly welcome there anymore after our stunt with that we pulled. Vargan will want our heads still, I bet.
Oh, I'm sure this man will be glad to know he's dead now.
You recognize Vargan as the father of Vargas. At least whoever it was who read that nobility, lineage book.
Me.
You're like, hey, that's the current, well, not the current anymore, but that's Vargas's dad. And it just ends with, hopefully we'll be able to avoid the guards and avoid being arrested.
I don't think they did.
So if that's the case, the skull might still be here in Vallaki unless it was...
I don't think they had the skull yet.
Oh, this was them... Wait.
They're going back to get the skull, I'm assuming.
Yeah.
So the skull would still be in this room full of bones that they mentioned.
It does say, if worse comes to worse, like, oh, I don't like going back to Castle Ravenloft. I don't like the idea of going back to Castle Ravenloft. But if worse comes to worse, Van Richten says he might have a plan that we might not even need the weapon. That he does have a backup plan. He always does.
That's true, because they did kill him without.
We're already down one person. I'd hate to lose more. We may have to take our chances once we're there.
Is that the last entry?
That's basically the last entry. Is like, we're going through Vallaki to Castle Ravenloft. Maybe we don't need the weapon.
And
Hopefully
then they
we don't
got
get
caught.
arrested. And
I'm
then
assuming he didn't make it through Vallaki, considering this is where we found his journal.
The journal didn't make it through Vallaki. You don't know about him.
I mean, at some point, the five of them did get together to pose for a group shot.
Clearly before that, considering that at this point in the journal, the one
Yes.
one person's already dead.
I don't suppose you ever met any of your mother's old companions, did you?
No. I only know them from the stories she told.
I want to take a look around the other room here that they were
As the other box contained the effects of the prisoners that were
Still incarcerated?
incarcerated, they like took their stuff.
Okay, that makes sense.
There is there are some, knickknacks in there that are also covered in dust that, people have either never recovered or didn't care about. Nothing valuable, as someone would have taken that, but like a dusty Blinsky doll that no one cares about, that kind of thing.
Mm-hmm. Is there anything else in the jail of note?
Not really.
Alright then.
Well, I mean, there's Victor, who is still here
That we didn't bring with us.
and coming to. Well, you carried him, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That's why I
He's
said
not-
who we
he's
brought
not
with
in-
us.
Yeah. Oh, I thought you said you didn't bring him with you. I'm like, what? Yeah, no, you brought him with you. He's starting to come to. You hear him groaning.
Oh, look who's awake.
What happened?
We kicked your ass, that's what happened.
Had the most horrible dream that. Oh.
I'm sorry for your loss.
I'm not.
He doesn't really have anything to say to that.
Where were you going?
He just gives Katrina this, look when you say you're sorry, like there's a little bit of disdain.
You were working on a teleportation circle. Where to?
Anywhere but here.
Well,
I mean, I
too
can
bad.
appreciate that, but it's a little vague.
I don't think you quite understand. Anywhere but Barovia.
Yeah, good luck with that.
I hate this fucking place and I want out.
You think that teleportation circle could have gotten you out?
Maybe, maybe not.
I highly doubt it.
Worth a chance, though. I don't suppose, could find it within yourselves to let me go? Let me take my chances with the circle?
I don't know. Maybe ask Lady Walker's daughter.
Yeah,
She might have mercy on you.
Well, I don't think she's quite in the state to be answering that question.
And why might that be, I wonder?
I suppose the elder lady Walker will just have to come up with something in her stead.
Just kill me now. It's fine,
Say
just do it, I don't
please.
even care.
I liked your cats.
Katrina's like, Make me another one and I'll
Just
let you go.
sitting on a box, kicking her feet. They were honestly terrifying, but they were one of the cutest things I've seen in this place, and that's saying something.
I know where you can get more of them.
Are we really gonna let this dude go in exchange for a couple of skeletal cats?
I mean,
That
I
was-
definitely want one of them.
That was the secret unlock requirements for getting him as a character. Asking him about the skeletal cats.
Acquire kitten. I don't know if a single skeletal cat, or even as many as you can provide, is enough to buy your freedom from my friends over here, but
Worth asking.
for what it's worth, while we may have had issues and disagreements with your father, I personally had no quarrel with you. The way
Well,
he ran things was...
I can't blame you there. My father's full of shit.
and
Was
his
full of
rule
shit.
was one of
Well, he's
fear
full
and
of dead
tyranny.
shit.
And now he is dead, yes. I genuinely wasn't expecting Isaac to do what he did.
Weren't you?
Yes, that was rather out of character of him.
Well, now he's dead too.
That's he. Pity.
I'll just raise an eyebrow.
I mean, it's the most deadpan, you know. Sarcastic. Like, oh no, he's dead.
Oh yes, whatever.
Oh no, whatever shall we do? He's dead.
It's like that Willy
How
Wonka.
could
No,
this have
wait,
happened?
don't come back.
However could this have happened?
Why did he cast Feeble Mind on?
Are you asking
Walker
him
girl,
directly,
yeah.
or are you? It just sort of happened.
I
How
don't
does
know.
that
It seemed like he
thing
put a lot of thought into it.
just sort of happen?
Well,
So
I was researching the spell, and she stuck her nose in things.
So you just happened to buy 2 scrolls of Feeble Mind, and conspicuously now you only have 1. Add 1.
Can I roll insight?
Sure. He's not outright lying, but you also feel like there's a bit more to this story. Like he's avoiding a little bit of stuff, if that makes sense. Or he's omitting, rather.
What were you researching?
Well,
the
avoiding
spell
more than
for?
omitting. My father sometimes asks me to research, shall we say, solutions to problems he is having.
What sort of problem were you researching for?
Well, the kind that requires a extreme response. Or an extreme spell.
Who would the actual target?
He shrugs. My father has many enemies.
Had many enemies.
Had many enemies. At the very least, he saw many enemies everywhere.
Katrina just chuckles a bit.
So you cast Feeble Mind on... What was her name? Her first name?
I
Stella?
think Stella, yeah.
Because she caught you studying, and you were afraid she would what?
He rolls his eyes. I was researching the spell. To understand the spell, you have to use it, you see. And she had very unfortunate timing in stumbling in, as she does. The little nuisance that she is.
So she walked in front of your intended target.
Yes.
Insight check on that.
Yeah, really.
Alright, roll it.
Sure, why not?
I think you guys got it.
You feel like he's presenting it in the best possible light for himself?
You see, that's rather interesting that you mentioned that, because I also dabble with a bit of magic myself, and it is very difficult to accidentally target the wrong person simply because they walked in front of your intended target.
He may have been exceedingly annoying when doing so. You are of noble birth, are you not? He looks at Katrina.
You could say that.
Can you honestly look me in the eye and tell me that these arrangements we have to deal with, you have had arrangements, yes?
Of course, I ran
Suitors.
away from one, that's how I got here.
So then you understand me when I say that they can be very frustrating.
Yes, I can imagine there only being one potential suitor, and in the entire town would also get boring. Or, sorry, not boring, but I understand how you feel. Trapped with a single option that you don't even like.
I have no interest.
Did she have interest in you?
He hisses just a bit.
I mean, if she did, it might make what he's saying more believable. I don't know,
I suppose she did.
I didn't expect it to be like actually an accident. I wasn't expecting it.
Well,
I do have to question her taste in men, but
I can think of one potential solution for you, Victor.
You
But
get
GM
the
go
you
first,
get
yeah.
so yeah you so you're from the picture he's painting and your insight. You get the sense that the accident part of it was like she did walk in and then he
used it
got
on her.
mad.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it was like a heat of the moment thing rather than a
It was not premeditated now.
yeah.
It was a second-degree feeble-mindment.
Yes. Like the spell was, already on his fingertips. He's like, "Rah, fuck you," and then
Oh shit.
yeah, and not, "Oh, she walked into the bullet, Your Honor." It was just more, yeah.
Well, I can't think of
I
one.
mean, that's not as bad. I mean, I guess it's not as though he like killed her. This can still be undone. But he never admitted to what he'd done so that Lady Walker could do something about it.
I do actually see one
I'm still
potential.
not sure that that we deserve to hand him over to be tortured for this.
Yes, I know. I'm getting there. I do see one potential solution for you, Victor, but it does hinge on whether or not this spell that you cast on Stella, whether or not you intended to, can be undone. If this arrangement between noble houses, because that's generally what these arrangements are for, if you were against the arrangement to begin with, then seeing as you are the last heir of your house, there isn't really much of a noble family left for the Walkers to marry into.
Your point.
If Stella were cured of her condition, perhaps we could convince the Walkers to call off the arrangement and spare you.
You think the arrangement is still on?
Yeah, I thought
Well,
we were pretty
just-
clear
but we
it
could
wasn't.
convince them to spare you.
Oh, our families are well past that point. Let me assure you.
Well, the rest
Just
of your
making
family is
sure.
dead,
Do you
so...
do you know who Fiona is exactly?
No, do enlighten us.
Well, she is going to kill me or worse.
What's the worse?
I have no idea.
I have a pretty good idea.
But I
of what she
know
has in
I
mind.
know that she is capable of horrors on par with my father.
I feel like we have a pretty good idea of what you might have in mind.
Given that she did ask for the second scroll.
Understanding dawns on him. He does look a little nervous at this. He says, "Yeah, if you could just kill me, that'd be great. I'd be fine with that."
I'm willing to let him try his teleportation if he can provide us 1,000 gold or something. You know, his father has to have stashes or something somewhere. That's enough gold to undo what you've done to Stella.
Is it? How much did we need for? Was it a 6th level spell?
1,100. It was 1,100.
Don't suppose you've got 1,100 gold lying around?
Possibly. Although with the rioting right now, you never know.
They haven't gotten to the mansion as far as we know.
Well, in the time that you've dragged me here and back.
It's
This
not
is a fair
that
point.
far.
I'm gonna go check.
If the manor
Can we just
isn't-
look out the window?
You do see a crowd that's starting to, a small crowd that's starting to, make its way over to the burgomaster's house.
Okay, correction. They haven't got there yet, but there's not much time. Where is it?
I need to look at the map for this.
Also, the teleportation circle is there, so...
Yeah, the teleportation circle is there.
Right.
It's like, yeah,
Damn it.
I can just show you, but, well.
My only concern with this plan is what assurances do we have that as soon as we set you loose to tinker with the teleportation circle, you aren't going to turn and cast Fireball on us again?
You don't.
I'm just going to look to the rest of the party. I don't want to be the only person making this call.
I'm willing to let him go.
I think that if you show us where the gold is, we won't turn you over to the mob. And then
Or
once
the
we have the
walkers.
gold, you can run on your merry way to your teleportation circle. Either try and stay and fight us for some petty revenge, or take your one chance to get out of Baruvia.
The circle is unfinished. Only reason I was still there at all.
Regardless, we don't really have much time before the mob gets to the mansion. We should make a decision.
Yeah,
Are we
let's-
bringing him with us or no?
Yes.
Then open up this goddamn cage. Let's bring him with us.
Alright.
We should probably put something over his head so the crowd doesn't see him. Like a cloak or a hood or something.
You do see in the prisoner effect box of one of the things that nobody cared to take is a really dusty, ratty, filled with holes cloak.
Here you
Out.
go.
I will cast Prestidigitation to clean it as much as I can before handing it over.
He just looks at it with disdain. Are you serious?
It's that or dying to a mob.
He puts it on.
Looking sharp there.
Shall we go?
Marcus, he just gives you this look like, I will fireball you.
Well, you'd better fucking not.
He
Not
will
without
follow your
this.
lead. I would very much like that back, if you please.
You'll get it back after we get our gold.
Roll persuasion.
Oof.
Oof, indeed. It's like, I would very much like to be able to defend myself from this mob, if need be.
We
Let's
could
just
just tell
go.
you.
The more
We
time
could
we
ju-
spend chattering, the more likely we are to run into a mob. Let's just go now.
Fine.
we go.
All right, you go back. Just grabbing you all on this map. And you arrive back at the manor. There's a map.
Can you ping us there?
Yeah. There
Thanks.
are a lot of people. I'd say they're carrying torches, but it's like still raining, so you know there's no point in torches. But there's like a crowd. They're like going into the manor, and then they see you. Like, hey, we were here first. Get in line.
Technically, we were here first, and then we left, and now we're coming back.
Think he already got all the good stuff? No one looks at you.
No, there's a lot of good shit up. No, I don't say that, because that would be in our way. But part of me wants to send them to the random junk in the attic that has no purpose.
We could say that we didn't check the basement.
That's true. We did not check the
We didn't
basement.
check
Basements,
the
you
basement.
say?
But
Is there even a basement?
We don't
Roll,
know. We didn't
roll
look.
roll deception.
Well, we never checked the basement.
So if
We don't
Yeah,
even
but
know
I-
if there is a basement.
Okay, yeah.
Oh my god.
Basements, you say? One of
And
them's
before-
just like,
Yeah, they've
dibs.
got to have one.
In
Fucking
before the
dibs.
basement is where all of the money is stored. Goddamn. Right.
You do hear Victor behind you is like, actually, we don't have a, and then he shuts
Shut
up.
I'm going to gently place my arm on Victor's sort of bicep forearm and
What
sort
kind
of
of
lead
creepy
him through
pirate
the
wouldn't have a
crowd
basement full
to
of
the
treasure?
front door. Pushing my way past the mob quickly so that they do not
Roll
notice
athletics
him.
or stealth.
Let's go with stealth. Nope.
this is gonna go poorly.
Yeah, this person's like, hey, no, we're going to the basement first.
We're not going to the basement.
We're headed
We just
upstairs.
dropped something upstairs.
What is it?
There were a lot of arrows that were flung around in a altercation we had with the surviving heir, and we were just going to collect them. We didn't have time before taking him to the jail.
If you wanna brave through the room full of poisonous gas to get them, be my guest.
Roll deception, because you know that gas is gone.
Not bad.
Yeah, some of them, look nervously between each other. Like, I don't want to deal with poison gas. Where was this gas, did you say?
Attic.
Upstairs,
Hmm.
where we're going.
Basement it is. They all, start looking for the
Frantically
basement.
start looking for a basement.
Yeah.
We go upstairs.
All right, you go upstairs. He takes you to the library.
That is no longer full of poisonous gas.
Well, actually, he takes you to the to the door to the library that is covered with a bedsheet.
Well, the bedsheet is sort of like stuffed into
Yeah.
the crack.
He
Yeah,
just raises an eyebrow, like,
you'll see when we get inside.
No, he won't. The gas is gone.
Well, he'll understand at the very least. We go into the library.
alright, you
It's
go in the
fine in
library. He just looks up at the ceiling and raises an eyebrow.
At the hole to the attic.
I had to
Yeah.
get the gas out somehow.
Very clever trick, by the way.
He gives a sort of shrug. Like a, huh. He starts looking at the bookshelf.
Is there anything in particular you're looking for?
Hmm. He is like looking at the books, and he finds one, and he like takes it out, and then grabs there's like a little it's not a torch because no lit torches right next to books.
Mm-hmm.
But like a little lever.
A lantern.
Yeah, there's like a little lantern thingy. It's honestly more decorative than anything, but he like, turns it and then puts the book back and then turns the thing back to its original position. And then is like, right, this way. And then he just leaves the library.
What? What?
You'll see. He takes you to the bedroom.
I am very confused.
And to the
Secret room in the closet.
you see a he like moves the coats and stuff aside, and you see a compartment that is like open.
Clever.
Oh, clever.
Damn, we never would have found that on our own.
Nope. There is a locked chest.
How big?
Not terribly.
But it's bulky enough that there's no chance in hell we're getting it out the door past the mob.
And the mob would probably see it. One person could carry it, but you're not hiding it.
As long as I'm at a window, I have 1 second level spell left. I can Misty Step while holding it
All right.
and theoretically get outside and book it.
Family money should be in there.
Do you have a
I
key
don't
so we
know.
can verify?
I don't know the exact amount, and no, I don't have a key.
I
My
assume-
father would have had
yeah.
that.
Well, that's darn unfortunate, but we're just gonna have to take your word on it. I've
Yep.
seen enough to trust him for the time being. I'm going to take out the wand and spellbook. And actually, no, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to motion for Camus to take the chest outside first.
Yeah, I was about to say.
Yeah, I'll grab it. I'll go to this window. Is there a mob on this side of the house?
No.
I am going to Misty Step onto the ground.
I'll move out of the house to go meet you and we can run together.
All right.
I'll wait upstairs with.
He
Katrina.
goes to the trapdoor. Looks at all the silverware on the ground. Looks at you guys.
I shrug.
Did that actually work?
No, it
No,
didn't.
we
Hmm.
all stood on the sides before opening it.
He looks slightly disappointed.
I'm gonna climb up
And
the
then
staircase.
I walked into a face full of your gas.
I'm gonna climb up the staircase first, go over to the room, and set his wand and spellbook down on the table before
Alright.
walking back.
And then we let him go up.
Yeah, I assume Katrina goes up, and then he, and then Marcus is like behind him.
Yeah.
Katrina
That's
goes up, puts
basically-
the stuff up. I wait down here with him. She comes
Alright.
back down. We let him go back up. We leave.
Your
Alright,
tools are on the
you're not
table.
going
Knock
up-
yourselves
You're not
out.
going up with him.
No.
I am mildly curious to watch, but this is your research.
Knock yourself out.
I mean, if you want. You may watch him or not. It's up to you.
Let's go meet up with the others.
I mean, I want to know if he's just gonna like insta die. Is he just gonna like melt into a puddle of goo?
Only one way to find out.
I mean, I already met Camus to run away with the loot, so
Yeah. We have people waiting for us, and they have a
Yeah.
chest full of loot that
By
doesn't
the
want to
way-
be taken by the mob.
I think we are heading towards the inn. We're not just
Yeah.
standing outside the manor.
Yeah.
Okay.
We will
Alright.
meet you back at the inn.
Good luck, Victor.
You leave him to his fate.
If
The fate of the circle, whatever it may be.
if it doesn't work and you're still in good enough health to live and tell the tale about it, we're staying at the inn in the middle of town.
Good to know.
I mean, I'm not sure he's gonna come back to us after we like threatened to turn him over to the Lady Walker to feeble mind him.
Either way, I have given him an olive branch. We'll see what he does with it.
Yeah, we'll see what he does with it.
Alright, back to the inn. I need a drink.
Mhm. Unfortunately, all they have is water at this point.
Yeah, pretty much.
We really should get on that.
All the people. There really isn't anyone in the inn at the moment.
No one's in the inn?
I mean, there's no commoners or any.
Yeah. I was just joking on wordplay.
Has Beat come to meet us?
Beatrix is here though, yes.
We will give her her things.
Excellent.
I don't see her.
I'm looking for her. Why is she not? Oh, because she is in
The pool.
that folder now. Yes.
Here you
I was
go.
looking for her in the
I
other.
put her box or whatever of things that we collected back on the table.
Excellent. He starts looking through all of it, making sure it's all there.
I assume Irina's here also.
And Irina is here, yes.
Yeah, I figured they stuck together.
Yeah.
Are you still gonna try to put something in the water supply? Can we help?
I'm pretty sure she did, and then they were trying to undo whatever she did.
Well, Irina, there is...
It occurs to you, you never asked Victor what he did. If he did it. If he undid it.
No, we did not.
Didn't think of it.
Undid what?
Undid
The,
whatever she did to the water.
Yeah.
Oh. Well, we
Well,
could just do it again, right?
Depends on if the cure is dangerous in high potencies.
Well, whatever.
She just makes this face like the answer to that is really complicated, and I'm about to go into it even though I know I shouldn't. I'm trying really hard not to.
Well, quickly changing subject, Irina, there is at least some amount of good news. Assuming it is still standing by the time the mob is done with it, I think we may have found you a place to stay.
Oh.
given the Valakovich family is no longer necessarily needing it.
I mean, isn't that what Lady Wachter kind of not promised us?
Yeah.
She was like, oh yeah, some real estate's gonna open up. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge.
Yeah.
Also, we should tell her about the creepy dolls.
Yes, that happened. We found several, like more than several. Isaac had a
What
thing.
do you mean?
Well, you remember the doll of Camus that we found, right?
I'm going to take
Yes.
out the dolls for the rest of our group and
We
like
found
one of the Irina
these.
dolls.
So you're saying he had one of me as well?
Oh, no, more than just one. There were like dozens on the shelves.
What the
I mean,
fuck?
he's dead now, so it's okay.
Yes.
She just makes that like stare. She just looks at you guys, looks out the window, looks at you guys. What the fuck?
I wish I knew. He unfortunately died before we could
You were
find
there,
out
you
about
saw
that.
it.
She clears her throat and then will just take a sip of her drink.
Well, as much as I would love to
Hopefully
stay,
that's it for the day. I'm already exhausted.
same. I was literally about to go upstairs and take a nap. Assuming there's no conversations we want to have down here or up there.
Well, I had some questions, but it can wait.
That it can.
Right, I'm going to go upstairs and crash. See you in a bit, whenever you decide to wake me. Or if I wake up on my own.
The barkeep gives you an acknowledging look. Looks at the rest of you. Crazy day, huh?
Putting it lightly, but yes.
Well, wouldn't surprise me if they want everyone to go back to town square later. What with the regime change and all that.
Today, do you think?
Well, I left, took my family back here once things really started going south. But last I heard, Lady Wachter was trying to get everything under control.
Well, I guess we'll find out.
She knows where to find us if she needs us.
Well, knowing where to find you and being able to send someone is two different things. From what I understand, she has her hands full at the moment.
Well, there are mobs running rampant in the streets. But who can blame them?
I suppose.
Let's go. I'm willing to go.
Go, as in go to bed or go meet with
Go
her?
back to town square.
Yeah.
Well, Katrina already went to bed, so...
I am taking this fucking short rest, and nothing is going to stop me.
Yeah.
I mean, I would also like to take a short rest. Can we, stay here for short rest time?
Sure. If you are willing to wait the extra hour.
We'll just sit here until we're summoned.
I'm
But,
not sure why what happens in the center of the town is our concern.
That's
Well,
true.
we did kind of start all this.
Yeah.
Eh.
Let's go. Let's just go. What's the worst that could happen?
Well, if we're waiting for Katrina to short rest, we all might as well short rest.
All right, if that's really what y'all want.
You just have something to eat and drink before you go.
Yeah,
You
pretty
have
much.
you have
Yeah.
lunch. You're like, okay, we'll go, but we'll have lunch first. Erwin does not charge you for lunch. He will charge you if you want alcoholic drink, but otherwise, he just gives you some free bread.
I could just do that.
Wonderful.
His wife just gives him this look like, really? We are running a business, He just gives her this look and shrugs like, it's the end of the world, what's the harm?
Oh my god, I love that wholesome
If you roll a
nihilism.
hit dice, get an extra 1d6.
Yeah.
Oh, sweet. Where are you having this performance? Because I'm fucking sleeping upstairs.
Oh no, downstairs. I'll just play a few
That's-
songs.
So I do not get the hit points, but I'm fine with not getting the hit points.
Yeah.
I've made my bed and I am lying in it.
Eventually, your lunch is over. I assume someone goes up to wake up Katrina.
I don't even know what time of day it was anymore.
So, well, it's lunchtime.
Ah. Alright, the festival's in the morning.
Yeah. So, yeah, if one of you goes to wake up Katrina so that her short rest does not turn into a long rest.
Yeah, I'll go get her. We should make sure someone's watching over the loot, though.
Irina and Beatrix can watch over the loot.
Irina starts to stand up as you all are getting ready to go, and then she sort of leans over on the table and says, actually, on second thought, I'm not feeling so well. I think I'm just gonna stay here.
Oh god, the consequences of our actions are catching up to us.
It
Sorry,
has been a
I-
few days since that one time she rolled low on a Constitution save.
Right.
I'm sorry, what the fuck? I completely forgot
I knew this
about
was gonna
that.
happen.
Remember when, we first went to the Plague District?
To
Oh,
recruit me.
oh no.
I knew
It's
this
okay.
was gonna happen.
And
It's
then,
okay.
and then I rolled. I secretly rolled the incubation dice.
Oh no.
For how many days?
I knew this was gonna happen.
Well, fortunately, you have a doctor sitting right at this table.
Yeah, B, why don't you take a look at her?
Yes, I probably should. She sort of just grabs her by the face and turns to both sides, looks at her,
Yep, it's the plague.
takes her temperature. One moment, and then she takes out her bag of stuff and starts working on something.
Let
Okay,
me
we
know
can-
when we get back if it's something serious. I may be able to do something about it.
But in the meantime, let's head out.
Also,
On a
here's our
related
giant
note-
chest of loot that you can look after.
Right, just leave it on the table. She doesn't even look at you. She's just leave it there and gestures in a vague direction.
Alright.
You can tell, she's working now. And the four of you go back to
The square.
the town square. There are a great many commoners that are, still a bit of a commotion, really. It's not as bad as it was, before. With, everyone fighting, but, there's still bodies. And there's still a lot of, loud, noises of commotion and unrest, rabble, rabble. There's still some guards.
Do we spot Lady Wachter?
Yeah, I'm getting that. Some of the guards are doing the rabbling. Some of them are, trying to reimpose some semblance of order. There are, a concentration of people you remember from last night.
The book club.
Yes. From her little conspiracy group that are sort of standing near her, trying to help. Prop her up as a, on the stage. And forming a line between her and some of the more unrestful folk.
Out of morbid curiosity, is the wicker sun still standing on the stage? Or has that been torn down?
That's been torn down.
Okay.
And the lady herself is upon the stage. And, you see her, she's trying to make a big speech, but she's constantly, she's like, when you arrive, she's in the middle of being interrupted, and she's like, please, people, listen. And, you catch her eye. She sees you as you arrive. And she just gives you this look.
Good look or bad look?
This, get the fuck over here look.
Getting.
Sure.
Yeah, two people who you sort of recognize sort of appear before you and kind of lightly escort you, guide you.
Yo.
Clearly, making no, progress with the crowd at the moment. She's like, where were you? Where did you go?
We were tying up a loose end. One
Victor,
that we
you found
think you
him?
would be very interested in us,
Good,
tying up.
good. Now, what exactly did you do to, Isaac?
I'd be more than happy to tell you later, once this congregation is
Can you do it
dismissed.
to the crowd? Would it help?
Not only can I not do it again, I can only do it one person at a time.
It would do literally the opposite of helping.
Yeah.
Yes, I see.
Surely there's some way you can spin this.
About that
I've
little-
been trying for hours.
What about that little trick with the light in the doorway? Can't you just do that?
That's different. That's in the doorway.
I just smile and chuckle.
They got a magic doorway.
You're not seriously suggesting that that I bring all these people to my house.
No,
My
I'm
estate, do you?
not.
No.
Tell you what. Tell them to come back here tomorrow. If we can even stall that long. And I might be able to do something, but... Right. Well, actually... Give me a moment. I'm going to sort of
Someone
go
give us
backstage and just tinker around with spell slots and shit. Because I am a sorcerer and I can do that.
Convert sorcery points.
Yup.
She just like, puts her, she's like rubs, the space between her eyes, like this was supposed to be so much more orderly.
You didn't seriously think regime change was going to be easy.
Well, I had a plan in place, and then monsters attacked, and then you did whatever it was with Isaac, and it all...
Okay. I can help. Just do your speech with the whole, like, the sun rising or whatever, and I'll help you. Just as if you were in the basement, but you're not. Trust me on this.
They say no plan ever survives contact with the enemy.
That is something they say.
It would seem, and she looks at you, Katrina. I hope you prove me wrong on this. That no plan survives contact with your allies as well.
Ouch.
All right, take two. People of Vallaki. The long nightmare, the Valakovich reign, is over. And, you see a lot of the people up front are trying to, like, get everyone else to quiet down. Some people cheer. A few people, shout. That, all was well.
It.
I understand that this is a difficult time for all of us. After all, as terrible as this dreadful night has been, the night of the Valakovich reign, it is said that the night is always darkest just before the dawn. And I promise you, people of Vallaki, that the dawn will come.
And as she says this, and as she sort of like makes this gesture or what have you, I'm going to cast Major Image to make it look like the sky is parting and a bright sun is shining down.
Alright.
I can only do it 120 feet up, so there's a little bit of forced perspective going on.
Yeah. Someone in the back is just like,
What the fuck?
Although, to be fair, these people have never seen the sun. They don't know what it's supposed to look like.
Mm-hmm.
Very true.
But yeah, definitely some god rays coming down.
Yeah. I don't suppose you would care to roll a performance or something with this.
Fuck it, sure. I mean, if anything, I would be helping her with her performance check,
Yeah.
but...
Yeah. Which I can.
I mean, I understand. You gotta roll performance to know what kind of perspective.
To know
is
when
gonna
the
be
cue is
best.
supposed to happen.
That is also not that great.
Wachter herself is stunned, not expecting this.
You see lots of applause from the front. You know, from all like her conspiracy people. And they start clapping really hard, like trying to get people next to them clap, and you hear a few claps throughout the crowd. It's a little forced. It's a little awkward. She just whispers to you, "Make it brighter."
I'm trying. I will try and make it brighter.
You make it brighter. I don't know if you want to make another roll, but
Sure. This is hilarious. Oh, there we go.
you make it really bright. Some of the people are like, "Ow, my eyes! It's so bright. What the hell?"
Not supposed to look directly in the sun.
Let's see. Lady Wachter. Let's see how she uses this. Okay, you're both syncing up. You even have the same numbers. I promise you, Vallaki, that this is the future. Not just a new day without the terror of the Valakovich reign, but a new day with the sun high in the sky. This I promise you. All of this and more will be the signs of a new reign over Vallaki. The reign of Wachter. And you know, there's a bit more applause this time. It's less awkward, less forced, although you know, people aren't going, "Oh, fuck yeah."
When there's a lull in her speech, I am going to sort of telepathically tell her, "Hate to break it to you, but this only lasts 10 minutes."
She can telepath back at you.
Yes, she can.
But she doesn't know that. He's like, "That's all I need."
Cool.
Someone in the crowd asks up, "What about the devil?" Without Valakovich, without what will there still be festivals? She says, "There will be no more festivals." You hear some massive sighs of relief in the crowd. But someone else says, then what will keep the devil at bay? What about the devil? Yeah, what about the devil? She just says, "What about him?" And there's just silence.
If I was given this speech, I might be able to come up with something, but I'm not.
What about him, I say, What about Strahd von Zarovich? And, you know, people gasp. Even some of her supporters are like, "Oh." There, I said it. I said his name. Has Vallaki crumbled yet, Does anyone here honestly believe that Victor Velakovich and his festivals have kept Strahd out of the city.
You mean Vargas? Or whatever.
Victor
his name-
Vargas.
Yeah, I meant Vargas, excuse me. Anyone here honestly believe that Vargas and his festivals have kept Strahd out of the city? Someone in the crowd you see starts to raise their hand, and someone else just whacks them.
I mean, geez, especially after last night.
Yeah.
What happened next?
The people just
I mean,
they
she should add something about how, like, it's the strength of the citizens of Valaki, not some, like, stupid routine that has kept Strahd at bay, but like the persistence. I mean, she doesn't want to leave them with nothing, but she wants to draw it away from, like, the activity of the festivals. I mean, that would be what I would do.
That's what you would do. Yes.
Yeah.
What she does, however, is well, she does let people sort of murmur amongst themselves, right? Right? She asks this question. She poses this question of like, could it really be the festivals? And then she lets people go, oh, that's bullshit. It doesn't make sense. She lets them, whisper amongst themselves. And then says, no, of course not. Velakovich has forced our city to trade prosperity for the illusion of security. And you think it's kind of hilarious how she sneers the word illusion given the, illusory sun above her. What we require now is a strong leader, one who can bring us prosperity, who can bring us to the future. I will be that leader. And she's gonna
Oof.
roll not that well. Some people are with it. They're like, yeah, the future. We need a leader. I will be the one. Some people are having it. Some people are mixed. Some are not.
I mean, if I were them, I'd be a little skeptical too
Yeah.
of, like, rulers in general.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't quite have the impact she was hoping for. You see her confidence falters like a teeny bit. But yeah, someone else will speak out. But what about the devil? People are still on that. and you know, like you hear one person says, "Oh, what about Strahd?" Nope, don't want to say his name. What about the devil? Like they're trying, right? They like almost stutter his name out, but then revert to calling him the devil. He says, you know, what about the has not been seen in 100 years. I hardly think he is an issue that is worth meriting. I say we ignore him.
One person in the crowd is just like, so the festivals did help!
Yeah. Right?
I mean,
But
have they been going on that long?
She just, you know, facepalmed. She's like, no! How long have the festivals been going on? Ever since Vargas. Yes, ever since Vargas. How long has Vargas been in power? He's been in power for the last 30 years. Now, how long is 30 years? And how long is 100 years? She's yelling this, but she's like you know, like she's explaining to school children.
Mm-hmm.
100 years is longer. Yes!
Very good.
Very good.
You get a gold star.
So, Strahd has not been seen since before the festivals. What does that mean? That the festival stopped him. No! No! One of the guards is like, should I arrest her? Should I arrest him, my lady?
No,
You
it's
want
fine.
me to arrest him? And she's just like, no, no,
Let him be wrong and stupid.
yeah.
Ignorance is not a crime.
Yeah, she's just like,
No, I'm not Vargas.
yeah. She's just like, later. We can kill him later, it's fine.
Don't you
fuck.
fucking dare.
Yeah. My point, dear citizens. And she'll, I guess, roll persuasion again. She's getting worse and worse.
I don't know how to help though.
People are starting to see through the illusion, making those intelligence investigation checks.
Yeah.
They don't need to worry about the devil because we're gonna kill him.
My point, dear citizens, is that Strahd has not been in Vallaki for 100 years, with or without the festivals. He will not be here for 100 years more.
I swear to God, if Strahd shows up during this fucking speech.
I've just been waiting for him to show up and mic drop.
Yeah,
Yeah.
me
Oh
too.
my god.
Strahd is no threat. You know what I say to Strahd? Fuck
Oh
him!
please, lady, please. Please
Fuck him.
stop. Please stop.
What's he gonna do? If he wants to show himself, let him. He's no issue.
That transition.
Oh my
So
God.
sorry. I
Oh my
made this
God.
happen. I did not mean to call it. So sorry.
Katrina, your illusory sun gets overtaken by illusory mist.
Oh fuck.
Well, that went well.
And lightning strikes the stage, and standing there you see the man himself.
Okay, well,
You know what
guess
I
this is
think
why you
about
needed us to
Strahd?
be here.
Do tell, Lady Wachter. She turns around and she's like, yeah, pretty much.
At this point, Katrina is just booking it away from the stage.
Yeah, we almost all died to like 6 of his minions. I'm also going to be not quite so subtly backing up.
Should we go to the inn?
Everything is deathly silent. Nobody is moving. Everyone is just frozen in place from like, oh shit. Lady Wachter is moving. She's shaking a little bit. Her face has lost, all remaining color. Strahd is just waiting expectantly for her to say something. I am. I'm Count Tsarevich. Yes. And he will take a step forward. I do understand. Congratulations are in order, yes, thank you. Welcome to Vallaki. Allow me to welcome you to Vallaki on behalf of all the citizens. And she just looks at the crowd and, gives them this like, right? Right?
This grimace through a smile.
Yeah. The Count is most welcome here, is he not? People are like, yeah. There's a lot of whimpering as well. Those of you trying to sneak away, could you please roll stealth?
Oh boy.
I'm not trying to sneak away, I am just hood up booking it away from the square.
Okay, so that is a auto fail then.
Yes.
Oh boy.
You
I
will
wasn't
find
originally, but seeing everyone else
Yeah.
do, I also.
you find that you are unable to move.
Oh boy.
Oh, okay. That explains why I wasn't moving.
Was that directed toward Katrina?
Katrina, Jasmine, everyone.
Oh! Fun.
Or rather, you find that you are impeded by the mist as it, encircles the square. Well, Katrina, as you are booking it, you just run into the mist. Like, you're just running too fast to even stop. And then, you get lost in the mist, and then you run out of the mist back to where you were standing. Like, you didn't turn around, but, you just got spat back out.
I'm going to quickly look for the nearest sort of cover that I can find that is still within this sort of mist-shrouded area. Is there any, or is it just the stage and the crowd?
You're just behind the stage. There is, like, a piece of the Wicker Sun that's been, like, ripped apart and is
Go
all over the
prone.
place.
Okay. I am going to fucking hide under the stage.
Okay.
Right?
And this I will roll a stealth check for.
Okay, roll it.
I was kind of also doing that, but not under the stage.
Yeah, so you're all sort of, trying to run and hide and dealing with the mist. Lady Wachter is my lord, is there anything you would ask of me? Is your welcome to your liking, my lord? Are you pleased? She's just nervously sweating. My lord. He takes a step forward, surveys, everything, and says, I am not. $100. 100 years I gave you people to rule yourselves. An experiment. And I find the results less than satisfactory.
Oh. So that's why they were left alone.
The city of Vallaki has become a mockery of itself. My lord, my reign has only just begun. I can turn this around. You require a firm hand. I see that now.
I think we should leave as soon as possible.
Fret not, Vallaki. I will restore order. And, you see out of the mists, several, guards appear.
But they're not guards, are they?
But they're all, like, vampire guards. Or at least you assume they are. They
I
are
would very much like to not be here right now.
They are very heavily armored in, like, black plate. As opposed to, like, the Vallaki guards that are all, like, they have, leather and a little bit of breastplates and, like, leather hats. These are, like, full knights, right? And Lady Wachter is just like, oh, thank you, my lord, for your graciousness. And she will sort of back away, kneel, but definitely back away. Was there anything else? Yes, there is one more thing. And then he will sort of call out, Katrina Vonzorovna, welcome home.
I am curled up in a ball under the stage, whimpering.
And I think
I
that
knew
is
it.
a good place to leave it.
We are so fucked.
Well, yeah, maybe. All I know is we are leaving as soon as possible.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah. With that, I think it's,
I'm sad I didn't even get to ask about Gesh because I think I'm gonna die now.
well,
I have no spell slots. I have no sorcery points. I spent all of it getting that major image up.
I have one spell slot. We're okay, guys.
I have a first and a second level spell slot. We can
I
take
have
on
my
Strahd.
I have my bardic inspiration dice back.
Well, he won't kill us because, you know, then he won't have us over for dinner.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
Rude to kill
So
your
we're
party
fine.
guests. But anyway, I think it's time to end the stream. Well, that happened. So, thanks for watching, everybody.
Mm-hmm.